Is this business, the music industry, harder for women than for men? Is that an obstacle?
Definitely, and I'm sure you guys have heard it with other people, with artists a little bit,
Comedians.
Comedians, But I think it is. I've seen it, and I've lived it too. Even though I'm really like not at the peak, but at the beginning of my career, and I've seen it, and not just because I'm a woman, but like also because I'm an independent artist. So it is really hard to get out there. Even harder to keep at it. Like I said, it's been a year of me just dedicating. I have a lot of plans for next year. It's not gonna be easier. I think I've heard a phrase. It says, it never really gets easier, you get tougher. And I think that's actually really true. Creo que es verdad. Porque nada nunca se pone fácil, sino que tú empiezas a tener más conocimiento. You have more knowledge. So to me, that's a very valuable phrase that I will never forget. But yes, it is really, really hard to keep at it, especially. So
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. And
yes, but hey, we cannot give up.
We can't. There's no way.
Women empowerment.
Women. Thank you, Alex.
That's what I want to represent. We should represent that all the way.
What's your big achievement? Are you doing achievement? Sorry.
¿Quieres que te cuente un
I
chisme?
know.
No,
I meant to say achievement, but it came out achievement.
No,
right?
si quieres te cuento.
We can do that. Let's get some coffee in here. No, I was gonna ask you, like, achievements. What's your biggest achievement so far in the whole year?
Ooh, well, I think that's probably pretty obvious, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel like every project I've done, los pocos videos que tengo, las pocas canciones que he sacado, creo que para mí ya es un logro haberlas empezado y terminado. Because going back to my role model, my mom, she has told me something that's always gonna stay here. It says, "Nunca dejes nada a medias." Never do anything like unfinished. Because then that proves that you weren't strong enough to keep going at it. So with all of my projects, I think that's been my biggest achievement, that I've been able to finish them. How? I don't know, through a lot of struggles, obstacles, dificultades, whatnot, but I've been able to finish it, and I feel like being here, expressing to you guys, that my career is still gonna go on, that's my biggest achievement, not giving up. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, it's not. I have my days where I'm sometimes not even active on social media. People are like, hey, what's up with you? But, and I gotta admit, it's one of my weaknesses, but I am working a lot more towards it, and I feel like sometimes when I actually stop and think, and I'm like, am I really doing this because I love it? Obviously I know I am, but when I guess I want to stop or whatever, I can't. Like, the drive in me is just like, why do I keep feeling motivated? No, then that means you gotta keep going. So those are the things that keep me going, and that's my biggest achievement overall. Just to keep going.
Love it. You have to. It's your dream.
Definitely.
What advice would you give our viewers who want to follow in your footsteps, want to be like you?
Well, like I said, I am not in the highest level that I would like to be at, but I can tell you, right off the bat, les puedo decir que lo poco que he hecho, lo poco o mucho que he hecho me ha enseñado que pues si en realidad quiero hacer esto, and this advice, I would even take it for my own self too, because the little things I've done so far show me that if I really want this, it's either every day or like don't even do it. It's a habit. It's like a habit that you need to have. Work. You need to make time, sacrifices. More than anything, you need to have 3 key elements. And my mom actually told me this too. It's called that you need to have discipline, responsibility, and perseverance or perseverancia.
Yeah, perseverance.
Perseverance. Yeah. Necesitas tener estos 3 elementos, porque si no los tienes, si no tienes disciplina, if you don't have discipline, you're not gonna commit to it. You're not gonna be committed. That's then right off the bat you won't have these next 2. You're not gonna have the drive, the passion. So, you might have the drive and the passion, but if you're just like I'm just gonna wait till somebody sees me or whatever, well, no, if you
go out there and
you have to go out there and get it, and that requires a lot of discipline, responsibility as well, responsabilidad, porque si no tienes responsabilidad, pues no, o sea, ¿cómo vas a decir que te vas a querer presentar algún día a cantarle a miles de personas si no puedes cumplir con, no sé, hacer un video. Like if you can't, you know, if you can't be true to the people and be like, you had this thing going on and now you're letting it go. Well, then how you expect to do even better things or greater things? You can't. And perseverance, it's actually probably even the hardest one, because when you see a fail, cuando ves que no progresas, ahí está la clave. Si te dejas caer, you know, and you leave it, it's like, okay, everything, you know, goes down the drain. Todo se va, y todo lo que hiciste, all the work you've done, it's worthless. It really is, because, you know, why do you even waste your time if you aren't going to continue? So that's pretty much, you know, and I feel like if you're missing, you know, any of those three elements, pues don't do it. That's my advice, but don't go into it. I mean, and I take it into myself too, you know, as a person, individual being, trying to grow, as an artist trying to grow, thinking a lot of ideas, projects, a lot of things that come to my mind. Well, I guess I need to stop myself and be like, well, are you gonna go with it? Are you gonna go along with it, like the whole way, or are you not? Because if you're not, then don't even. That's what I think. My opinion.
Good advice. And to wrap up, what are your future goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years from now?
That's an interesting question. Where do I see myself in? Well, my future goals, I don't know where I see myself in 5 years, but I guess I'll say this right now. My goals are to be able to connect with people. Quiero conectar con la gente. Quiero que mi música, la persona que la vaya a escuchar, whoever's going to listen to my music, gets inspired by me. I want to be the voice of people. Like, you know, I want to be able to inspire others, to connect and identify with them. Like if somebody's going through something and they hear a song that I'm singing, and maybe it says what they're going through, but they don't want to say it, I want to be their voice, you know. It's very important. I can tell you right off the bat that, I mean, not just because
it can be another coping mechanism.
I'm a music freak. And without music, I don't want to be alive. Like, I have to have it.
Same.
It does so much for me. So I understand what you're saying, because I'm the one you're talking
and I think all of us are exposed to music on a daily basis right now.
Yeah.
Car, at home.
Music is like,
I feel
you're
like
right.
At a wedding, everywhere.
I feel like it's like already like an individual being's habit already. Even when you're not even singing to it, you know, you hear it in the stores, you hear it everywhere. And honestly,
it does things to you, to your mind.
You don't get
body,
bored.
like,
You don't. I mean, it's like when you're feeling sad. And okay, you might want to hear a sad song, but if you want to feel happy, then what? Que pones una canción acá que te va a poner a bailar, ¿no? Or you know what? I'm going to work, but you know what? I don't want to make it boring, so let me put some music and start. That's what I do when I clean up and I start mopping and sweeping, and it's like a daily thing of me. And if I'm not either listening to it, I'm either writing it. So it's kind of like there is a few times though where you know it's a funny fact. There's sometimes though that I do like silence, and I'm like, you know what?
That's important. Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people don't mention it, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, us, even when we make music or escuchamos, there's just days where you're like, you know what, I don't want to hear anything, I don't want to hear fly, nothing, like I don't want music, I don't want music. Especially me, actually, when I create music, I really don't hear, you know, much music before I end up, you know, doing it. Obviously, there's a beat that I have to write to, I do. But yeah, overall, there's times that I need my silence. But overall, music is always the key. Like, todo el día, todos los días escucho música. Entonces, you know, that's pretty much something that drives.
And a closing message or remark for the viewers that you would like to share?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody that has been supporting me since day one. Todos los que me han apoyado. Lo repito mucho, I say it a lot, but I feel like it's very crucial for me to say it because I mean it. Like, I really do, right off the bat, from the bottom of my heart. Whether it's 1 to 5 people to whatever we're gonna have next year or not, as you know, followers in my social media and my YouTube, I really want to thank everybody that has been, you know, active with my music. Everybody that has always sent me a message, supported me, commented on my music, on my pictures, on my projects, everything. Because to me is very valuable, I think, to every artist or every person that wants to do something having to do with a big audience matters. But to me, it helps me a lot, especially on those times that I'm like, no, like I don't even know if this is like going right. But then something happens, somebody tells me, hey, I just listened to your song, or like, so I'm like, oh, like I cannot disappoint these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? No puedo decepcionarlas. If they like what I'm doing, then I guess I'm doing something right. you know. So that'd be something that I want to, you know, point out a lot. And just to stay tuned, you know, que estén atentos con todos los proyectos que tengo, que a veces sí las cosas se demoran. Sometimes I delay a few things, but that's not in my hands, especially when you're an independent artist and starting. Sometimes you get stuff that gets in your way, and trust me, it's not because I want to stop things. Sometimes I'm like, hey, you know, like I can't make the time right now, or I have to live a normal life for this week and do my duties as a sister, as a mom. I'm not even a mom, but as a daughter, as, you know, as a friend, as a worker, you know, as a normal worker. So, you know, sometimes that can, you know, lead to a little bit of delays in what I have planned for you guys. But other than that, I assure you that there's a lot of things coming. You know, as a matter of fact, I have a music video coming next week, which I'm filming and I'm getting ready for. On January the 3rd, I'm gonna have the opportunity to open up a basketball game at the Bird Ogden Arena.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna be performing at the pregame party. So, you know, if you wanna be there, it's January the 3rd.
January the 3rd.
It's gonna be the Vipers versus Arizona Suns. So I'm pretty excited for that. Yes, I know
He's been
him.
on the show.
Oh really? Oh, I just had lunch with him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I had lunch with him and some
He
other
works at
friends.
the arena.
I don't know the Enzo.
Yeah.
He organizes these events at the Bird Ogden Arena.
Oh, fantastic! And
It's
you're
a
gonna.
small world, like.
It is. And you're opening, like you're singing
Well,
your own music?
Yeah, I'm gonna be singing. I don't know exactly what tracks I'm gonna do because Arnold Painter is actually singing too that day. So we're gonna probably share our Fragile song. I'll use it as one of my, because we're dividing the time, I believe. And I'm gonna be singing maybe either my first original song or the one that I'm gonna do the video for. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be out by that time, so hopefully I hope so.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, it's gonna be kind of like a little premiere, I guess, of like my
There's nothing
my
little,
two new
there's
songs.
nothing little about it.
No, so
It's a big
yeah, I'm pretty excited for that, and definitely there's a lot of also events coming next year that I'm still not sure on dates. I cannot share, but I'm working. Estoy trabajando muy duro para que me puedan dar la oportunidad en unos eventos que vienen el año que viene. So I'm excited for that. I'm fighting for it, you know, so we can go ahead and be out there.
Yes.
You know, I don't know what's coming, but I know that if I keep at it, it's gonna be good things. That's all I know. So stay tuned. You know, don't get tired on me. Also, I want to say that going back to when you say what advice would you give to the people that know me, you know, close or that are not close to me. Just, you know, if you have something in mind, always stop and think about what your purpose is with it. You know, because you also need to have in mind what purpose you have, like, with what you like. Like, I like music, right, and singing. Well, what's my purpose with it? Obviously, I want to make a living out of it, and I want to be able to share that with my audience.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of little details that you have to take into consideration when considering that you want to do something. And I recently just realized I like acting too. I'm not a professional at it or anything, but I've been trying to work hard at it. But yeah, definitely always give your best in what you do, even, you know, when there's hard times. But thank you guys for having me, honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you. We wish you the best in your career.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
so
it so
far.
much.
Wow.
And thank you for serving as guest
I'm
co-host.
having a great
Sonia.
time. I'm loving
She's so
it.
fun, like, you're so fun.
Hey.
Alexandra and Sonia.
So,
Until next time, talk the talk, Rio Grande Valley Stars.